beyond the headlines, and here's a case in point. While the headline spoke of an embarrassing mistake, a look beyond the headline shows something else. It shows dreams, real and important dreams, dashed. It shows hope against absurd odds. The headline often misses the good stuff. In tonight's edition of Greenfield at Large, our senior analyst does not.
He scratched them and I got 3 $100,000 winners.
When retired nanny Patricia Dunbar played the New York Daily News scratch and match game a week ago Saturday, she thought a miracle had happened.
We went out to dinner. My daughter bought a nice bottle of special scotch.
To Charlotte Gallo, an unemployed mother of 8, the idea of winning $100,000 was almost too much.
I was shaking. I couldn't believe it.
But for Les Goodstein, president of the newspaper, all those winners calling the paper with their good news was very, very bad news.
I heard that there was a higher than usual volume of callers into our call center, and many of them were claiming that they won $100,000 on scratch and match. And I said, uh-oh.
This is a gimmick! This is all gimmicks!
It was, of course, a mistake. By listing the wrong number, 13 for those of you into numerology, the company that supplied the game had mistakenly told thousands of people that they were winners.
I think that, by and large, our readers understand that it was a mistake and that mistakes do happen.
Well, not everyone has been that understanding. Game players, a couple of thousand of them, were demanding payment.
We're not the ones that make the mistake.
I won, I am a winner, and I expect to get paid.
They have to pay. These are real victims.
Attorney Stephen Gilden has received thousands of calls from people looking to get their money.
There may be a gross negligence claim. There may be a breach of contract claim. There may be a punitive damage claim.
And the rival tabloid New York Post has been covering the story with glee, even sending a huge bag of peanuts to the news to mark its efforts to make good with an extra $1 million in prizes. Now, before you dismiss this story as an amusing bureaucratic snafu, listen to the lives these people thought would be changed by their sudden wealth, and remember how deeply such desperate dreams have been woven into the very fabric of our public life.
My son and me said right away, well, we're at a hock. We could handle all the bills.
The first thing I thought it was God had answered our prayers.
I was planning on using some of that money to get married.
My one boy, he's sick. I was going to help him with breathing machine.
Over and over, people were speaking not just of luxuries they'd planned to buy, but of money needed to deal with some of the hardest blows life can deliver. And to believe that a newspaper game fed those dreams is to ignore a sea change that's happened in this country. Lotteries, illegal almost everywhere a generation ago, are now operating in 40 states and the nation's capital. Almost $49 billion in sales last year. Overwhelmingly, the games are played by people at the lower end of the income ladder, looking for the one long shot to change their lives at considerable cost.
I play the numbers every day.
Every day.
Every week.
$20 a month.
$40.
$70, $80 maybe.
And when the jackpot grows, so do the lines, as local reporters invariably ask the same question again and again.
What do you want to buy? You must have a list.
Never, how much would you have if you had saved what you risked? Or do you know the odds against winning are 5 million to 1?
Welcome to the live lotto and take 5 drawings.
It's not that governments have created the urge to gamble, but they feed on it, to the tune of nearly $14 billion a year in revenue. It may be small consolation to those who thought they'd won big money, but at least the Daily News did give them a newspaper for their 50 cents. That's more than you can say for the governments that increasingly rely on such desperate dreams of wealth to fill their treasuries. Jeff Greenfield, CNN, New York.